Okay guys, so today we've got a lower body workout and some abs. So the first exercise is hack squats. So it's barbell hack squats. You probably won't need any weight on this in a minute because these are super tough. But get your heels elevated on some bricks or some plates that you've got. Try and keep your back absolutely super straight. Lower yourself down for a good 3 to 4 seconds. Keep your head straight. Make sure your knees travel over your toes. So on here you're going to do 10 to 15 reps with a good 3 to 4 seconds down. Straight after you're going to go front foot elevated lunges. So as you can see again, try and keep your back super straight, and as you're leaning forward, again your knee is traveling over your toes. So somehow you're going to struggle with this with ankle stability, but just go as far forward as you can. And again, you're going to go for 10 to 15 reps. And then straight after this, we're going into a good morning. So you have a slight bend in your knees, feet in line with your knees, hip and hips. And of course, again, back super straight, head in line with your spine. And as you go down, you're pushing your bum backwards, and this is going to load your lower back and your hamstrings. Now you can make this a little bit on your glutes and your inner thighs slightly by taking your feet wider. And with these are super important that you got to brace your abs, suck your core in as hard as you can, because if your stomach is relaxed, your back will start to round. Again, 3 to 4 seconds down, smooth, controlled. Now you can make these a little bit more on your glutes and a different portion of your hamstrings and your inner thighs by taking your legs wider, but it's exactly the same thing, same cues: back straight, core tight, knees slightly bent, and again super control. All right, this exercise, we're in a wider stance. Make sure your toes are pointing out. Again, back super straight, core tight, and these are side lunges. These are going to stretch and work your adductors, which is your inner thigh. Again, super slow and controlled. Make sure your knee is going over your toes. And each rep you do, you probably get a little bit further, but these are super important. Just try and go as far down as you can to stretch that inner thigh. All right, next exercise is a offset hip thrusts. So I've not got a pad on the bar here, but you're going to need a pad for the bar for your hips. And offset, you're going to work one side. So you can see got my right leg forward, so I'm focusing more on my left side, my left glute. And then you change legs. Again, focusing on the right side this time. Left leg is more relaxed. And push up and flex as hard as you can, and then straight into both together, and focus on squeezing them glutes, bringing them in as hard as you can at the top of a massive contraction. And then straight after these, we're going into abductors. So working your outer glute. Just put a 5 or 10 kilo weight over your knee and just lift up as high as you can. If you want to make these a little bit harder, you can do like 1 or 2 second pause at the top. And then into some standing calf raises. So either hold on to the bar, or hold on to a wall or a door frame. And you're going to focus on these with massive stretch at the bottom. So I do need these blocks a little bit higher. These aren't high enough for me, because I can get lower down with the stretch. But you're going to do a 1 to 2 second contraction at the top, 5 second eccentric. So lower yourself down for 5 seconds, and you're going to hold it in the stretch position for 5 seconds. So you push up, squeeze as hard as you can, get up onto the balls of your toes as high as you can for the count of 1 or 2 seconds. Lower yourself down for 5, which is slow, and then stretch for 5. And then to finish off with some abs, so we've got ab rollouts here. So get a cushion or a mat under your knees, and then just roll the bar out as far as you can. But before you go, you suck your abs in hard as you can. So you're pulling your belly button towards your spine. And as you curl up, you're rounding in the spine and you're tucking them abs in as hard as possible. It's not about moving weight A to B. You want to stretch and flex the muscle as hard as possible. And then straight into floor wipes. So these work your hip flexors and lower abs. So you chest press the bar. Make sure the bar is over your chest, not over your head. And when you bring your legs up, make sure your hips are coming off the floor. So knees and feet together. So you go straight up in the middle. Then you bring them up over to the right and then over to the left. So if I just budge over. So as you can see, arms are locked. Knees and feet together, go straight up to the middle. As far over as you can over to the right and then over to the left. These work your obliques, lower abs and hip flexors.